Hello, here it is, the long awaited video. Um, just check in and see what progress we've made. Um, why haven't I done it before now? I don't know, like a certain amount of procrastination. Not really that used to being in front of the camera like this. But also, since we've been here in central Portugal, the weather's been pretty awful. So, to a certain degree, we made some progress in the first couple of weeks, but since the weather has cleared up, I just felt like I needed to catch up a little bit and get some stuff done because at the moment we do have some electricity, we don't have any running water, uh, so getting a little bit of infrastructure in place was essential really to making life a little bit easier than what it was when we first arrived. I mean, you know, we just had the van to charge our phones up on, like everything just ran out super quick, and the grass was sort of like up to the top of our shins, and everything was wet, and so yeah, so it was a pretty tricky time. But now it's got a lot better. We have the electric on, and we're in the process of getting mains water sorted out. Not that I'm really too bothered about that at the moment, really. We do have a borehole, uh, so I'm more interested in getting that up and running because we'll just buy bottled water from the shop anyway, so makes no difference to us whether we have running water or not at the moment. And obviously sanitation, yeah, so that's an important factor as well. So let's have a look, see what we got. So it's a beautiful day. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning and it's hit about 22 degrees already, so it's a far cry from when we arrived. So yeah, so we've bought this don't know whether to call it a house, but yeah, I guess it's gonna be. It's more of a barn at the moment. There's 125 square meters. Yeah, single story obviously, and it's got 3 rooms, and we've got some great plans for it as well as the rest of the land. So we've got about half an acre of land, which is just enough. We just want to build some outbuildings and grow some veggies, and just become one with the land a little bit. Yeah, that's where we're staying at the moment. I've got a kitchen tent, guest tent, which is Sonny's tent, and the bell tent is where I'm staying. So yeah, I mean, half an acre is plenty. There's folks that live down the road and they've got 10 acres. No, not 10 acres, 10 hectares, which is like 40 acres. I mean, how do you manage that? So yeah, I mean, when we got here, like I said, it was almost knee height, wet, and pretty miserable. I've trimmed all the land over the past couple of weeks. So I started over here, and as you can see, it's starting to get long already. I mean, it's grown 2 inches in the last week or so, and yeah, so that's going to be a bit of an ongoing job. Right, so let's have a look at the house. What have we got? So obviously, like, it's not quite like what it was when we first got here. I mean, I had to make the house secure, so this is the first room that we made secure. Hopefully the light's not going to be too bad. And this is our storeroom. I was just storing all our stuff, so we just lock this up when we go out to the shops. So yeah, that's the storeroom, and this is my temporary workshop. So it's probably the driest room. It does leak from the ridge a little bit because there's no ridge tiles. I did try and get up on the roof, but these tiles just break as soon as you touch them, so I have to wait until I get some bladders or scaffold in here at some point and see if I can slip some ridge tiles underneath there. So bread oven in there, now a toilet roll store. It's my timber for building some projects, and I mean somebody used to live in here, which is crazy, but not for 20 years or so. So I need to clear all this out, these rooms. I'm going to take the floorboards or the ceiling boards off and open this up a little bit more to get more space for storage. But yeah, so this will probably be our main room when it's renovated. You can see up there. So this is the other side of the house. There's the back of the bread oven. So you can see it's in a pretty poor state of repair. I mean, this wall on the right hand side here is bulging out a little bit. I mean, it's quite thick, but it's by no means a retaining wall. That cable goes through into the electrical box, which is out in a little shed type thing. So yeah, quite a bit to do, and it's all about getting as much of it done in the right order as we can. So I'll drive. This got really boggy. I mean, it come to a point where I could only just get off the road. It was so wet, and Sonny and I dug a drainage ditch on one side. But it's amazing how quickly it's actually dried out. I mean, it's been dry for a week, but you know, every day I managed to climb a little bit higher up the drive. So this is the neighbourhood. So we've got a mixture of nationalities on the road. There's Portuguese people who live here. That shed further down is owned by some people that live up the road. Haven't met the people that live next door. But yeah, we got Belgians and some French people down the road, and English people. The English people actually meet every week on a Saturday at a local bar at 4 o'clock. So I might go down and see that. So Sonny did a sterling job clearing this. It's a shame he went, because he's a great help. I wouldn't have been able to start this all without him, like. So I've got ultimate gratitude to him, really, like. So yeah. So I mean, this is going to be our main front door. I'm going to block that up, and well, not block it up. We're going to make it into a window, and that'll probably be a window on the left-hand side there. This is where the mains water is going to come in. I had to do that and cut a hole in that wall and start plumbing it in, and then they turned around to us and said that we need it signed off by a plumber. In order to get this house renovated, we need to do a lot of work, and you know, you can see the roof needs replacing, but we want to try and utilize the footprint as much as we can. So I mean, we've got an idea of raising the walls by 1.5 meters, putting a new roof on it, and putting a little extension on there as well, like. So you know, we're hoping to have like a 3-bedroom house with like a winter room, you know, that you get the winter sun, living room, and obviously a kitchen, like. So all of this sort of stuff needs to be doing in order. We need to sort out visas, and we also need to sort out planning permission. So I mean, it's all got to be done in the right order. The planning permission, we've got 2 years to fulfill our plans, and you've got the option of 2 1-year extensions, so it's 4 years. But obviously for the majority of that time we need to be here permanently and cracking on with things. Like, so we'll keep popping over here every 3 months until we get ourselves into a position where we can apply for the visa and then make the jump and move out here. You know, we're not going to live in a bell tent all for all that time. We're going to go and buy a yurt. We're going to have all the sanitation sorted, and then we need to build somewhere for Sarah, my partner, soon to be wife, is going to be have somewhere to work, because she's has an online therapy practice. So we need to build her an office first, and then build myself a workshop second, so I can at least have somewhere to work from to renovate this house. So let's have a look at the land and see what we've got to work with. So we've got a big flat area down at the bottom here, next to this olive tree. You can see on your left, this is where we're going to build Sarah's office. I mean, this is all subject to planning going through. So we're going to build her an office there, and the rest of it's we're going to turn it to growing vegetables and maybe a couple of more fruit trees. So on this land we've got 50 fruit trees. We've got a lemon tree, an orange tree, a clementine, and a couple of fig trees. So there's plenty going on. Oh, and a sweet chestnut and an apple tree. So there's even more going on. So that's where Sarah's going to work, down there. We're just going up here towards the road. You can see where my van is. That goes down to the road. And this area here, I want to sort of like create a, you know, reasonable size sort of car park type space. And up here in this corner, probably have to lose that little olive tree in the middle. Well, I say lose it, we'll plant it somewhere else. We've got plenty of space. But yeah, we'll this is where I'll build my workshop, tucked out the way, far enough away from Sarah's work office to because I'm going to be noisy and she needs quiet, so I'll be tucked up here out the way. So yeah, I mean that's the initial plan. But we've got to get these visas sorted first. But it's beautiful, lovely day. So I'm going to crack on with clearing that right hand side of the middle section of the house and make some space. Let's have a look over there. That. I know it's a bit bright with the sun, but it's beautiful. We're right on top of a hill as well. Not the highest hill, about 340 meters above sea level, so we aren't going to get any flooding. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and just keep an eye out for some updates. Like you saw in the other video, it's a campsite. I haven't really had any gas. We ended up having to cook on an open fire for the first couple of weeks or so. We had a little camping gas fire, but it's butane, and butane doesn't react very well to the cold because it was bloody freezing. So yeah, it was the old campfire. We had loads of dry wood in the house, so it wasn't too difficult, but obviously it was a pain in the arse and it stinks of smoke, which doesn't really bother me, like, but I don't know, I suppose you get a bit self-conscious. Yeah, so this is our kitchen tent, just going to make myself another cup of coffee. Excuse me. Yeah. So it's my pantry. Keep the ants out. I just built that. I had a hob that I took out from somebody's kitchen on a job, so I asked if I could have it, and I brought it here and connected it to a gas bottle. So I mean, you know, compared to what it was like when I first got here, this is living in luxury. And the obligatory bit of wood just to make sure that I don't catch fire. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the kitchen, like, which is kind of nice in the evening, like, because I can shut that up and cook my dinner, and it warms the tent up, and I'm not freezing. Washing up stand. That's Sonny's tent. He stayed here for a week or so before he got fed up and wanted to go home. You can't really blame him, because I think if I've edited it correctly, I've put a little edit of where what it was like. Oh my god, it's fucking mental. Why aren't we in there? And it did get a little bit worse, to be fair. So this is my home. It has been for the last month. Sarah stayed here for a couple of weeks, but unfortunately she had to go back home to work. So yeah, there's my pit. There's all my laptop stuff. Bought my telescope. The skies here are amazing. So I've got a couple of mates that live down the road, and we're gonna do some stargazing. But it's funny. I've had to get used to a slightly different sky. I mean, I can see what I could see up in further north, but the North Star's closer to the horizon. Anyway, look. So I'm doing videos on what I'm doing with this thing. Like, this is the privy. Got privy at the bottom of the garden, haven't we? So yeah, there's a big old pit there for your solids. I'm gonna try and be nice about this. So yeah, that's nice and deep. I've composting toilets. I don't know. I know how they work. It's just making sure that any local authorities, if they want to poke their nose around here, that are happy that it's not polluting anything. So that's gone nice and deep, and that is the dry compost for personal poos, and everyone else can go in there, because I ain't emptying a bucket of other people's shit, as you can probably well appreciate. So yeah, I've been building this, put the roof on it yesterday, so I've got a bit more to do on the roof, and then I can start cladding it and building the door and putting a bench in there with the old toilet seat, and it should be up and running. Well, it will be up and running, there's no shit about it.